Hello Reformers and welcome back to Mountain Blade Warband. Now when we left off we had eliminated most of the enemy vassals in this area, and unfortunately seems like some of them have already crept back up into, well, the limelight, I guess you could say. And we are not very happy about that, because obviously then they're going to be reinforcing the garrison at Tulga, and they're basically going to be adding, well, what I like to call phantom units, because those phantom units, they're going to go in from, you know, their armies, and they are going to supplement the forces in that garrison, and you're not going to be able to weaken it with the war of attrition tactics that we usually tend to use. But anyway, let's just try and... Can you please go away? Thank you very much. Yes, Tredian Noyen. Yes, you are a Swadian. Yes, that's absolutely awful. But we do have, as you can see, my archers. I did go back to Nara, and I did gain, you know, a couple of master archers and regular archers as well. Didn't have enough master archers to fully fit out a, you know, particular composition that I wanted. So I've, you know, sort of kind of reinforced with some of the regular ones anyway, and we are actually doing okay with them, obviously. I mean, you know, they don't actually seem to be doing too bad a job, but we do have to bear in mind that I haven't actually told my cavalry to charge in. I don't even know why I didn't tell them to charge in. Rolf has died as a result of that, so he's not going to be very happy with me, because he had an extremely good record with not dying in any of these field battles so far, but obviously that is to be expected, considering we are currently fielding a pretty large amount of cavalry. And that is to be expected because, well, they just utterly devastate everything, as long as it's not like a spearman or something like that. But yes, otherwise I think we're fine. I think we're okay. I think we can continue onward. Now, there are two vassals very nearby to Tulga, and I think they are actually making their way into the garrison, so what I'd like to do is intercept them, if at all possible. We still have Sanjar Khan in our prisoner's hold here. We do have a couple of our archers. I bought some extra bread, not too much, but enough, I hope, anyway, to sustain us. So as you can see, we do have Telrog, who is from the Rodox, and we also have Brula, who is a Khergit loyalist. So we're going to try and intercept them. As you can see, all of the vassals have respawned in the garrison here. So if we can try and take them out, all of these, before we go in, then we should have a really, really good chance of taking Tulga with minimal casualties. You do have to bear in mind that there are so many Khergit Lancers here, and because they have, well, they actually have pretty good shields, it is going to be very annoying to have to deal with them. But I don't know. I think we're going to have to do it one way or another, and I guess we're just going to have to bite the bullet and see if we can do something meaningful here. Because if we don't, then it's just going to be one of those things where we're just going to sort of faff around in the area and not really do too much. But that's something I don't really want to do. You know, I kind of want to take something that is going to impact the opponent severely and make them, you know, make them question what they're currently doing. Well, technically we did actually declare war against them, so I suppose it's not really, you know, it's not really a big question mark, you know, to say, oh, why aren't they doing well, defending themselves? Well, we obviously took the offensive push against them, so yeah, it's probably just going to be a bit self-explanatory there. But there you go. We did actually, you know, kill those guys very easily. Yeah, I don't even really want to take these prisoners, to be honest. I feel like it's kind of pointless. And I think Brula Noyen going in here is also kind of pointless. So I'm not going to chase him. I don't think I actually move faster. No, I don't move faster than him. He is moving at 6.4. We are moving at 5.8. So we're going to go into Tulga here, 338. I actually thought they had less than that. Did I think they had less than that? No, probably not. But anyway, let's see. Okay, one more Master Archer for the ranks. And we're now gonna construct our ladders. This guy's gonna head straight in here, I think. Oh, there's actually another one? Oh, and they are offering Sanjar Khan. Now here's the thing. If I decide to let him go, I mean, 11,000 is actually not anything for us anymore. It's absolutely worthless in my opinion. So I'm going to reject this, actually, and we're going to lose a little bit of honor. And yeah, that's a bit of an annoyance, to be honest. Annoyance, do you get it? Annoyance and annoyance? Yeah, technically that's the kind of title that they give themselves. So instead of count or lord, they are noyans. So, oh, never mind. Terrible jokes aside, we are going to lead our soldiers in a rather fruitless effort, I think. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna see, but a Swedian knight was already eliminated. That is not a good sign. That is certainly not a good sign, but I'm very much hoping that hopefully the increased firing speed of the Saranid Master Archers will be able to completely outmatch the Khergits. And we'll just see. Obviously Jeremus get himself... really? Why did he get himself killed already? I mean, come on now. You can do much better than that, Jeremus. Apparently not. Apparently not. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, so I'm going to tell them to kind of stand next to the ladder over there, so that maybe they can be a little bit out of view, but just enough to kind of distract the enemy archers, so that maybe they'll, come a little bit closer to shoot them. And hopefully then our archers will be able to take advantage of that and maybe just fill them full of holes. Hopefully that's going to be the case. And I'm unsure whether I should make my way up here or whether I should just retreat. How many have we... Really? We've only got 28? Well, that's not really going to be very useful, is it? I mean, over time, sure, but I very much wanted a much bigger impact here, but maybe that's... I don't know whether that's going to happen, really. I think I'm just going to have to wait and see. Alright, so I have retreated. As you can see, I retreated, and now the time has, well, vastly increased in terms of us getting to night. And, it's actually making things a little bit more difficult because, well, they actually started to bite back a little bit. As you can see, they're actually dealing some pretty heavy damage to us. And I'm unsure, but I think Jeremus is still unconscious, and that is making things very frustrating, because these Khergit veteran horse archers, while they may not be the best when they are off their mounts, they are still dealing enough damage to firmly take us out, and we are not actually getting any wounded. Yeah, we are actually getting a little bit of wounded, but yes, not too much. Now, what I did in the previous, siege round, I basically just killed about 49, and then I decided, okay, it's time to retreat, and then we had Lezelit, who was unconscious, and he obviously would take many more hours to build the ladders, so that was not too good. It almost doubled the time, actually. It took 9 hours instead of 5, and obviously that's a bit annoying. That's why it's almost sundown. Well, technically it is sundown, but, point is, it's not nighttime just yet. And, also our Saranid Master Archers, they ran out of ammunition. That was the main reason for retreating right there. But I guess this is actually a pretty decent way to go about things. I mean, that's the thing, I don't really want to go in there and be faced with an overwhelming amount of Khergit Lancers, because they do have a lot. They have a huge amount, and I don't really want to face those and then be like, oh, I'm so surprised that we lost so many units, and, all that. So, yeah. Oh, headshot, take that. Yes, take it. Take it in the face. That is what we like to see. Alright, so is there any more that I can actually kill here? Who are you? Hello. You seem to be attempting to attack me with two-handed weapons. That's not very nice. That is not very nice at all, if I do say so myself. Okay, how about this? Yeah, there we go. That is what we like to see. A very nice headshot right there. Okay, so I've expended all of my throwing weapons, and I think our archers have expended all of their ammunition. Most of them have spent all of their ammunition, and I think that's reason enough to retreat once again. So we're going to be doing that. There we go. And yeah. Do you see my problem right there? I'm actually really surprised that we lost 100% of our normal units. I mean, just look at that. Swedian knights, a Saranid archer, and a couple of master archers, and they all died. They all died. So even the inherent passive statistic or value or whatever you want to call it of being knocked unconscious was not enough to save them. And that is, in my opinion, extremely, extremely bad. And I'm kind of a bit disappointed, to be honest, because I would have thought that at least the passive, passive value could have maybe saved a couple more of us. But apparently not. Apparently they were just like, nope, we're letting the Grim Reaper take you away. And yeah, all of that sort of thing. So that's not very good, is it? No, not very good at all. But we are doing quite nicely in terms of the amount of casualties that we're able to inflict at Tulga. And it seems like my strategy is working actually quite nicely. I was a bit skeptical about it, to be honest, in the previous episode when I told you about it initially. Because, I obviously thought to myself, yeah, okay, we might do okay, but obviously the problem is here that there are so many vassals in the garrison that they're going to start recruiting, passively of course, they're going to start recruiting a bunch of their own units, and that is indeed going to make things much, much more difficult. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stand next to Jeremus, because even though, yeah, I'd like him to get a little bit more experience, I'd like him to get more kills, and things like that, I don't really want him to die again, because you've seen the result of that. If he dies, we are going to take many more casualties. Oh. Yeah. He did get killed. He did actually get killed right there, so that's not particularly good, is it? Oh well, never mind. I guess our Master Archers are still doing a pretty reasonable job, and we're actually killing the vassals. So that's pretty nice. Do bear in mind we are outnumbered. We are actually outnumbered in this siege. So if we were to decide, hey, okay, it's time to charge in now, I think we might be in for a nasty surprise. Oh yeah, take that. Oh no. Yeah, come on. Oh, really? Are you serious? Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. Okay, and maybe a little bit there. Thank you. And there's a horse archer. And who's that? Hello. Oh, that's Gutland's Noyen, and I'm about to be killed. Yes, I'm about to be killed by something. What in the world am I being shot by? Because I don't see anyone over there. I don't see anyone over there, so it must have been someone in front of us, which is very, very impressive for them to be able to do that. Because usually your shields, especially a shield as large as this one, will save you from most projectiles coming from the front. But apparently in this case, they were just like, nope, I'm off today. I am not working today. So yeah, seems like the shield was just taking a bit of a day off, which is unfortunate. But I think we're okay. I think our archers will be fine. I need to just make sure that I don't get myself taken out, because our first aid skill is currently not working, as far as I'm aware, because obviously Jeremus is knocked unconscious. So, is it working? That's the thing. Those skills are always a little bit of an unknown quantity for me, because sometimes you think, oh, okay, they're going to be working 100%, and then when you get yourself taken out, and then and then it turns out that you can't join the next round of battle because your first aid is no longer working, then you're done. Then you're not in a very good position at all. But it seems like we've killed as many as we're going to kill. Are we? Come on, Master Archers. Can you get a couple of more kills for me? Can you do Barney proud? Seems like they are shooting, but now I think we have kind of killed as many as we're gonna kill without getting to the Kurget Lancers. And I suppose we're going to have to burn through those. That is going to be very irritating, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind. We're getting some pretty good morale here, which is allowing us to stick around, which is quite nice. But anyway, as you can see here, yeah, look at that. So we had, 338? And now they have 193. So we're doing pretty well, but how many Kurget Lancers do they still have? It seems like I'm unable to see that because they just have so many. Oh, wait a minute. No, maybe I can actually see that. I was actually looking at the prisoner list instead. They have Lord Tarchius here? Yes, they actually have Lord Tarchius here. Okay, so they have 109 Lancers and 77 veteran horse archers. And they also have a bunch of vassals on the outside here, which we may indeed be facing relatively soon if we show that hint of weakness. They're going to head straight in and try to kill us. So we must stay pretty strong about what we're doing here, so I'm not going to build the next ladders just yet. Going to just restore ourselves, and then we're going to go back in hopefully reasonably fast, quickly, whatever you want to say. But yeah, I'm going to get a couple of Master Archers, a couple more of them. As you can see, we've lost, yeah, quite a suitable amount, to be honest. I really didn't want to lose any more than, hopefully, 10, but that is obviously a bit, you know, it's a bit much. You're not going to just lose 10, are you? You know, you're going to lose many, many more than that. So let's see what's going on here. Hopefully we will be able to, I don't even know. Oh, they're offering us a peace agreement, but we've done so much work so far, I'm going to have to reject it, really. I mean, there's just, I can't justify accepting a peace agreement when we've literally just taken, what is it, a Sugan castle from them? And Ikema? Yeah, that might be, that's fine. You know, that's a pretty decent, you know, pretty decent victory for us in terms of territory. But for the most part, that is not good enough. It is not good enough. We must take Tulga from them. If I can't take Tulga, then, well, that's going to be a bit sad, isn't it? But I suppose we might have to just dedicate more of our cavalry to taking this fief. I mean, I'd love Jeremus to actually stay alive, but it seems like he puts himself at the forefront of the fight, which is probably going to cause him to become a pretty big target. But if we can do our best and just take out as many horse archers as possible and avoid the lancers at the moment, then we will have a much greater chance of success. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'll just kind of cut away and see if our archers are able to kill a pretty decent amount and just try and stay out of trouble, really, because I don't really want to get in there and take too much damage and then be unable to assist in our unit's victory. It seems like we're actually doing a pretty good job so far. So it seems like the first initial bombardments and, you know, shots, obviously, that our Master Archers make are usually pretty decent, and they are obviously going to pay off dividends as a result. But I think that as time goes on, because obviously we are losing more and more of our ammunition, that is going to reduce our effectiveness greatly, and that is the primary reason, in my opinion at least, that the Saranid archers are pretty difficult to use for the most part, because I think they have about, I don't even know, they probably have about 26 to 30 arrows, I think, maybe? I'm actually unsure about that, but it seems like they have a pretty small quiver to begin with, and they seem to go through it very fast. I mean, maybe they have more than that. Maybe they have 40 or 50 arrows, but they go through it so quickly that you would think that they have much less. So I don't know, but that's exactly the reason why crossbowmen might be much better in terms of longevity. But for me, I personally feel like regular archers in native and some mods obviously are a little bit better, because they obviously do have that increased DPS, you know, that damage per second, and I think that's a little bit more useful at times. Obviously right now, I mean, it's doing pretty well. We've killed how many? 41? No, 42? Yeah, that's pretty decent, and we've only lost 3. So that's pretty nice, but if you had crossbowmen, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously crossbowmen deal so much more damage, so I suppose per shot they might do more damage, but obviously they're shooting off many less, shall we say, projectiles. So yeah, that might be a bit of a problem, but oh well, never mind. Okay, I think that's fine. 43. I think 43 is pretty decent, and our units are starting to run out of ammunition. So basically, this is what we're going to be doing against the Khergits, and probably against the Nords as well. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing against the Rhodoks, because the Rhodoks, I mean, they're okay. I mean, they have extremely good crossbowmen, so obviously that's going to be a bit of an issue. But what I was just saying about DPS versus, you know, what is it now? Damage per shot. That is probably going to be a major point in our battles and indeed our sieges against the Rhodoks, because they are going to try to draw things out, because they are much better at turtling. You know, they're much better at turtling, they're much better at keeping their units alive and keeping them, you know, fully stocked, full of arrows and bolts and all that sort of thing. And we are much better at the quick and fast-paced sort of gameplay. So if we can try to, give ourselves that advantage every single time by just getting our master archers in there, killing their crossbowmen before they even have a chance to react, then I think we will have a really, really good chance of taking some, you know, Rodok towns as well. But I'm getting ahead of myself here, because obviously that is far in the future. I don't think we're going to be getting to the Rodoks very soon. Obviously it depends whether they decide to declare war against us, because if they decide to declare war against us, then obviously we may be inclined to attack them a little bit, but for the most part I think we're just going to concentrate on eliminating the Khergits at the moment and seeing what happens there. Now, I would be pretty positive about my decision making when it comes to... Ow. Well, that hurt. Yeah, but anyway, when it comes to signing a peace agreement with the Khergits, because if, and this is a big if we take Tulga and then take one of their other castles and then leave them with 1 or 2 fiefs, I would basically be okay with that. I mean, I don't really want to do that. I'd love to have a clean sweep, and I'd love to be able to just eliminate them just like that, you know, just like at the click of the fingers, and, you know, that would be really cool, because, you know, that would just be a nice clean break, and there would be no stragglers left behind. There wouldn't be something looming over us like a black cloud, you know, a dark cloud, just kind of basically making it a little bit uncomfortable, because we're always thinking, ooh, those Khergits over there, they're scheming, you know, they're scheming, they're wanting to get revenge on us, and so on and so forth. And that's the kind of thing that we have to be a little bit aware of when we are making decisions in regards to the peace agreement. Because if we do take that peace agreement, the only way we're gonna, you know, get back at them is after obviously 20 in-game days, which is obviously not that long, or, you know, just in general breaking the treaty and just killing them. But the thing is, that gives them time. You know, it gives them time to restore themselves and recuperate. And that's what we don't want. We don't want them to come back and just have a huge amount of extra forces and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and we're going to see whether I can actually... okay, this is probably not going to work out too well. Okay, how many lancers do they have up here? They have a couple. Yeah, they have a couple. They have quite a few. Yes, come over here, two-handed person without a shield. Yes, come over here. Yeah, you certainly want to come over. Okay, can you just stay like that real quick? Oh, really? Okay, well, can you just stay like that real quick? Oh, I'm missing? Are you serious? I'm actually missing with thrown weapons right here? I mean, yes, I know I'm not particularly good with thrown weapons, but I've actually been doing okay with them recently, but apparently not in this case. Well... that's a bit upsetting. That is a bit upsetting, isn't it? Yes, very. Well, seems like... well, there's 35... oh, yeah, another 34. Yes. We are losing steadily a number of units here, though, which is quite disturbing. Not particularly happy about that, but we're doing okay. I mean, as you can see, we're eliminating about, what, 30 to 50 every single time, which I suppose is decent. It's not exactly great. I'm going to retreat again. Can I do that? Thank you very much. Yeah, just allow me to retreat, please. You were wounded for 35 hit points. Oh, really? Oh, it's because I was obviously in battle a little bit, so that has caused a little bit of a spoke in the works, hasn't it? I now have 38% HP. Oh, never mind. I can get some more master archers there. Right. So, as you can see, our tactic is working. It's nice. 122. 122 remaining. Ah, okay. So, I think that is the last of the easy sprees, you know, the easy killing sprees that we've so far seen. I think we have no longer any opportunity to kill horse archers or anything like that. I think, well, there are some horse archers still there, but they're mostly covered very heavily by Khergit lancers, and it seems like that is going to be our only option from here on out, which is exactly what I didn't want to happen, but I suppose it's necessary. I'm going to try and take out this... okay, never mind. I'll take out just one of you, I guess. I don't really mind, whoever. Yes, I'm going to kill you, and hope... oh. Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to kill you, and you, and you. No, that didn't really work out too well. There you go. Nice. Take out that guy. Thank you very much. Kill that one as well. Yes, Delinard, you stay out of my way, please. And, oh, yep. I caught you. I caught you shooting at me. That's not very nice. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. And how many have we killed so far? I'm just gonna get into a reasonable position to check the statistics. Okay, so we've lost 2, but that's okay. I think that's not too bad, and we've killed 26. And they had how many? 110 or 116 or something like that? So we've now got them below 100, so that's nice. That is good. Now, I'm wondering, shall I tell my people to charge in? I suppose I should. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go and see if I'm actually able to get a bit of a positive, shall we say, outcome from this. I don't think so somehow. I think we're probably going to lose a bunch of units. If we start losing a bunch of units immediately, then I'm probably just going to retreat straight off and then just go back in with our archers and then see what happens. Obviously our archers are out of ammunition right now, so they can't really help us out. But if we start getting a bunch of kills, then I'm going to be pretty happy with that. No, it seems like we're actually not doing very well here at all, are we? Okay, next casualty. Okay, yeah, no. That's not really going to work out too well, is it? Doesn't seem to be working too well, so we're going to have to just do this the old-fashioned way, which is quite irritating. As you can see, the vassals are continuing to respawn their forces, and we have 95 left here. It seems like I will have to leave this for the next episode to try and take these guys out. I didn't think it would take this long, to be honest. But anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.